Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Puka Te Whero Park here in Rotorua, south side of the lake. A little bit of rain coming down. Anthony Gelling joining you here for round 2 of the New Zealand Men's Premiership. Joining me in my little side buggy here, Mātua Adam Blair. How are you, brother?
Kia ora, bro. It's great to be here. Great to have you alongside you, brother.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, round 2, we'll have a look back to round 1, how these teams got on. Of course, the Auckland Vulcans, 36-6 over Akaranga. What a way to start the comp.
Look at him go. Big Paddy Vai hard to stop. He's going to be sorely missed today too. What they did last week.
Yeah, of course, no Paddy Vai, no Pat Sipley. I'm sure we'll mention that again as the game goes on. And Bay of Plenty, not named after the scoreboard because there was 0 on there last week. 40-0 against Counties. They'll be looking to pick themselves up off the canvas going into this one. So, having a look at that table, how it shapes up so far. Counties Manukau leading the charge. 1 win, joining them the Falcons, and also Otago Whalers getting their campaign off to a flying start with a win against Waikato. So, shaping up team list for today. Te Mairi, Taia, Potoko, Levi, Walters make up your back 5. And our mate Little, number 14, he comes into the side now. He's a number 9, but he's starting on the bench today. We spoke to their coach a little earlier today.
Well, Jeremy, tough week last week. Pride at stake today for your team?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good opportunity for us to put some mana back in our jersey after last week. I think last week was good for us. Got to see the standard of the national comp here, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what we can do today.
And you've come up into the top level again now, and how have the players found it in the first week?
Yeah, it's different, bro. It's a much tougher competition here. The standard here is really high here. So for us, it's trying to compete at their level, and today's a good chance for us to do it against a top quality side.
And what are you expecting from this Auckland team?
Yeah, they're not the champs for nothing, bro. They're gonna come out here and look to bully us and play some sharp footy, which they do really well. So for us, we've got to try and man up today, defensively, and also on our attack, we need to go forward. So yeah, good game today.
Good track, should be a good game.
Yeah, exciting, bro.
Cheers, man.
Awesome, bro.
So Bay of Plenty expecting a physical contest up the middle. Let's see who they're taking on today. It's a Vulcans team with a little bit of a different look to last week. Dylan Tavita, he was in and now he's back out in the 22 jersey. He'll be at 18th man. Blairy, anybody standing out there for you?
Well, you talk about how good the Vulcans were last week, and they put that scoreline on the Akarana Falcons team, so they can't go past the middle forwards, Tuli, Suli, and the other Sully as well. Obviously, I think they're brothers, so those 4 big middles are going to have a big job to get the job done today.
Yeah, plenty of Sulis out there today. We spoke to their coach, Tusa, a little bit earlier.
Well, Tusa, good win last week. Were you happy with the performance, though?
Yeah, we had 15 debutants, and it was a nervous prep and build going into that game, but we were happy to get the 2 points, but we still got a lot of work on and things to work on in today's game.
What have you worked on this week then?
Just staying connected, and we did a lot of work on our edges. Last week's game, we got caught out on the edges a few times and some breaks, and one of them resulted in a try. So we just worked a lot on our defence on the edges.
And you come up against a Bay of Plenty side that struggled last week. Where are you going to try and hurt them?
Not hurt them. Just from what I know, and I playing against Bay of Plenty, it's a strong region, and then they are very passionate. It would have been hard for them coming up, 12 o'clock game, so now it's flipped and we had to come down early, so it's going to be a tough one. They're at home, they've got all their family and them supporting them, but we'll just complete our sets and just keep grinding and break that door down.
Well, all the best for today's game.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, so here our 2 teams are getting ready to roll. We are into this one. Blair, what's your thoughts on this, mate? So it's a 12 o'clock kickoff. What time are these boys getting out of bed to get down to Rotorua this morning?
Well, you hope they're getting up at 6 o'clock. So obviously preparation is key for these boys the night before. It is a Saturday game, so there could have been some slight staying up a little bit late. But obviously the weather's not the best down there. You can see it. It's 16 degrees, bit of a breeze down there as well. And it's going to be a forwards battle, I think, and I think this kind of moves into the hands of the Vulcans.
Well, mate, you talk about a late night. The NRL finals getting underway last night. Penrith.
Wowee.
Looking sharp, eh?
Finals football, eh? They just get it. They just know what to do. And the first 20 minutes was huge, bro. On the back of Nathan Cleary coming back in, everyone might have had their doubters, but hey, they got a job done, and they were too good for the Roosters in the end.
Do you have any sympathy at all for the Roosters?
No sympathy. They've got to get a job done. That's rugby league. You can't. You only play what's in front of you, and you've got to turn up with the attitude. And Penrith were huge.
Yeah, well, they'll pick themselves up. It's Bay of Plenty looking to pick themselves up after last week. Yet to score a point in this competition this year. And they're yet to find a ball to get this one underway. Beautiful shots of the lake there in the background. Bay of Plenty running from east to west. So referee got his tightest shirt on today. Holy hiccup.
Good old Pucky.
Pucky Parkinson gets us underway. And it's a deep kick sitting up in the breeze. Taken nicely here. Vulcans. Up onto the 10. Sean Tempers looks like he might have moved into the front row position there. A late change off the bench. Another late change there for the Vulcans. Collins Kamuhimu. He'll start at 9, pushing Hama Campbell, the Mau bit interchange, back to the bench. Vulcans back on the inside now. 45 out from their line. Hoping to get to their kick here on the last. Nice and steady start there to the game, Blairy.
Yeah, not a bad start for the Vulcans. Like you said, steady, got through their sets, got down, played the ball, a little bit of a shift. Ooh. Big contact there, look at that. And the Vulcans just get right into their systems right now.
Yeah, well, the coach mentioned before the game they were expecting for this Vulcans team to come in, looking to bully them up the middle. What's your game plan there? Do you take them on? They're looking to bully you. Do you match fire with fire, or do you look to play a bit smarter?
Got to play a little bit smarter, I think, is with the knowledge of this guy that has the ball right now. Blake Ashford, he looks good when he's got the ball, but I think you want to just get him on the edges and then come back through the middle, make their middles work.
Yeah, Blake Ashford there. Loose forward, a little bit of ball playing there, a little bit of Brad Fittler about him on that set. Andrew Nansen. He might get his first touch of the game here. Quite a heavy point Chev contingent throughout this point Chev team, throughout this Vulcans team, sorry.
You just see Gals just with the Bay of Plenty defensive line. They're nice and tight. You can see where that 5 is right now. Nice inside. I think he's on the outside post. They're going to try and stay tight and wrestle them out of this game, I think, with this weather.
Yeah, Blake Ashford around the legs there, but his teammate up round the eyebrows. So Vakal Takakala kicks the touch. First penalty of the game up on the 40. Nice little tap and run there from Tupou. Takes him over halfway. Tempest. He's wrapped up now.
Cam, you got to work.
Smith tipping on. And on tackle 3, the Vulcans. In with a real attacking opportunity here. Sully. They work it right. Smith. Options inside and outside. He plays short. As he nips down the short side again, there's options left here. That's the way they go. Little grubber cleaned up there by the Vulcans. It's kicked again. It's going to bounce and sit up. So a little early kick there. However, the Bay of Plenty survived the first attack there from the Vulcans.
Yeah, great set by the Vulcans. Bay of Plenty standing up defensively. You can see Blake Ashford calling numbers on the short side. Like you said, girls, they look down the short side, nothing on, put a kick through, but then spread it back to the other side. Bay of Plenty going to have to keep working all day for each other here. Big set for them defensively.
So the Vulcans now with a fresh set of 6 in similar position as they were moments ago. They punch one up there with Sully, leaving a defender on the ground there. Markers aren't square as they play it. Collins Kamuhimu goes left. Smith, short ball. Fakao Takakala standing in the tackle. Defense doing enough to slow the play down. If but a moment. Winger Jutson looking for the intercept there. He comes up with nothing, but they manage to shut it down in the corner. Nansen. Smith off the right foot, beats one. He'll play it now. Marker's not square again. Really channeling this left side with a little bit of space. You betcha. Try in the corner there for Jarvis. Leo Seve, the number 19, dots down. 4-0.
I think you said it, gals. They look like they've got a bit of a plan to go down the Bay of Plenty's right-hand side, and they went there, they went back to the open, and then come back down there and caught the winger napping all numbers on the short side. Nice little short side play here. Double shape inside outside the center, and then the winger scores a nice little beautiful dive try in the corner there. As you can hear, Smith, great play the ball, got great feet, you caught it, right foot, great little spread, good hands, great finish there.
Yeah, well, plenty of work to do there for the right edge of the Bay of Plenty. Can't clock off for a second. Vulcans very persistent down that left edge. So with 5 minutes gone in this one, the Vulcans lead 4 points to 0. For Kyle Takakala, he looks like he'll have the kicking duties for today. And it's a tough one. Right in the middle of the daffodils there. Sorry, not daffodils. What do you call those? Daisies?
Daisies, I think. Daisies. Remember those necklaces you used to make as a kid? Did you ever do that?
Yes.
That's what they are. Send the kids out there all day to pick daisies and make some necklaces. Get off the screens.
Well, you can see them everywhere on the field. Obviously, the groundsman didn't see them because they're still growing wild out here. But conversion is waved away. 4-0. The Auckland Vulcans lead Bay of Plenty. Great turnout with the crowd here, despite the rain, the misty conditions, well known to Rotorua.
Bay of Plenty here, girls, just needs to be nice and disciplined here defensively. I think the more times they can make the Vulcans kick out of their own half and not give them cheap penalties to get out of there, the better the opportunity for them. They're nice and tight defensively, but they're going to have to be strong here defense as well.
So Connor Hohepa gets us back underway. As the Vulcans go 1-2 up the middle. First was Tempest, now it's Matty White. Playing with a bit of width now, the Vulcans. They take one in up around the scrum line. There's a man on the ground. Not scared to throw it around early, the Vulcans. Testing out both edges of Bay of Plenty early on in this one. And a nice hard run there from Suli. So as the rain comes down, Bakal Takakala in the pocket, puts one over towards the right corner. It's uncontested from Bay of Plenty, and now it's knocked back. So it's still the last tackle. They'll keep it alive. Tempest puts boot to ball, and that's going to be cleaned up by Timari. Bay of Plenty back in possession. And now a penalty.
Just what they needed, girls. I thought they defended really well there. Blake Ashford still got his good old tricks, bit of kick pressure. You don't see too much of that in these kind of competitions. But Blake Ashford still obviously learned from all his experience in the game of NRL. Put a kick pressure, shanks a bit of a kick. And then they work hard to get a penalty here. And Bay of Plenty might get an opportunity, hopefully now, heading inside their 50 after this.
Well, you can take a man out of the NRL, but you can't take the NRL out of the man, can you? All the little 1%ers there from Blake Ashford. So big defence there, that front door just, that's a tough one to come through for Bay of Plenty. This time it's Ashford. He shows one before poking his nose through.
Great carry.
Almost found his front there. Nice little wrestle from Collins Kamuhimu as the markers get set. And up over halfway now. Troy Brown sends it right. Hohepa. Nice little skip and a jump there from Putoko. He's wrapped up. 40 out, 5 in from the sideline. Ashford looking long, playing short.
Still got it, Ash.
Still got it. There's a man on the ground. Options flooding through on the left there, but they go right.
Oh.
Ball's loose here.
Could be a try.
So the kick from Mauranga, it bobbled around. Referee's going to check with his touchy here. But we could be level scores. They're nodding. There's plenty of nodding going on. But they're agreeing that it was a knock on, so.
Bit of a double knock on here, I think. Gals puts up a nice kick here under a little bit of pressure. And just unlucky, unfortunate there, or maybe. Don't know. I thought he might have scored that, to be honest.
Bit of controversy there, Bleary.
Already.
Controversy at the 10-minute mark in the first half. I'll tell you what, these opportunities, they may be, you know, very few for Bay of Plenty today. So hopefully they'll be looking to pick something up here. So on the first tackle, we've got a nice little back line out to the left, but it's a nice solid run there from Mataltia. Filippo there with some late wrestle. Apologies, that's James Hickey with the headband on. Brown. Ashford. Out the back. Hohepa. Out the back again. Nice little move there. Bay of Plenty. They were denied moments earlier, but will not be denied this time for all.
Great shape. Great shape here from the Bay of Plenty team. Just a simple play off the scrum, but look at this. Ashford. Nice outside ball. Cuts across 3 men, and just nice little option there to hit the centre as the Vulcans boys jam in there. Bit of miscommunication and nice little hands to finish off, and great little tip on and scores a try in the corner. How good for the Bay of Plenty boys.
Yeah, nice little shifting play there. You've got to keep in mind the rain might have died off now, but I'm sure that ball's still very slippery. But fantastic hands there. First from Ashford, then from Hohepa. It'll be that man, Connor Hohepa, lining up. A kick to put him in front here. Well, I'll tell you what, where does that beard sit out of 10, Bleary? 10 out of 10?
It's right up there. I think if he cuts the outside and leaves the front in the middle and he's got the mean as goatee, it's the Nigel Vaganas plaited up.
Oh, plaited up.
Plaited up. Braided up, I reckon.
Well, if anyone could bring that back, it's that man. So Hohepa from wide out. It's looking good, but it's going to be pushed a little bit to the right. So flags stay down. Score remains 4-all, 13 gone in this contest.
Nice ball there. We spoke about it earlier. A lot of the movement, I think, Gals, is coming around the middle of the park. That new style of ball playing locks in the game of rugby league has now become a predominant part of, you know, team structures and systems. Nice ball outside to Blake Ashford, who cuts across three faces, and then nice shape on the outside. Here they go again.
Yeah, some great chemistry there from Bay of Plenty. Can they replicate that? It was a penalty that got them down there for their last attacking set. Can they get something here with a little bit of ruck speed? Here we go, Bay of Plenty. With a nice little two pass there. Hohepa's pointing to send them back left. That's where Brown sends it. Ashford. So much time on the ball. As that rain looks like it's quite persistent, slowly building. Bay of Plenty up over the 40 now. Deep, deep, deep in the pocket. Hohepa kicking down the right channel. Gets behind his winger. It's a lovely little kick. What's the plan here for your back three, Blairy?
For the Vulcans back three, I think you've got to get involved here in this rain. Get some scoots, get across the field. Hopefully someone comes out of the system. But they've got to run hard. I don't think it's around the middle of the ruck. Just get a little bit wider. I think as the rain comes down, the defensive lines of both teams will start tightening up and try and force some errors around it. There's not much space around the middle of the ruck, so they're going to have to carry hard and help their middle forwards out, the Auckland Vulcans back five.
Yeah, great observation there. As you say, Bay of Plenty very, very tight up the middle. Collins Kamuhimu goes two passes wide to Smith. So on the fifth tackle, the Vulcans unable to get out of their half for one of the first times in this game. But the kick is plenty deep, up towards the 10. So brought back by Timari. He's going to skip, and he's taken down one-on-one. A tackle from Vakau Takakala. So no substitutions yet as of note. 15 minutes gone in this one, 4-all the score. And the rain really coming down now. Beautiful day to be a front row forward in this one. Did you enjoy playing in the rain, Blairy?
Loved playing in the rain, brother. I think, you know, when you play in the rain, it's like when you're a kid, you get out and amongst it in the rain, play a bit of footy, slide around, get in the dirt, and similar to when you become this age as well, I think nothing really changes. The most times when you think of the game of rugby league and when you're having the most fun, it's when you're playing in the rain or when you're playing in the mud. So, you know, it's obviously tough conditions, and obviously on the back of that kick, they want to be better, Bay of Plenty. You can't give the Auckland Vulcans any opportunities inside the half here.
Yeah, well, I think he might have had the rain in his eyes on that one. Put it over the sideline. So the big boppers now take it back towards the middle of the field. There's Sully. Smith, he's been plenty busy in this one early on, lots of touches.
Great contact there from Blake Ashford.
So that's Unaloto Sully in the 8. And John Sully in the 23. So Collins Kamuhimu, they've had some joy down this left edge already. Val, oh yes, splits him open left foot. Sliding over, cool as you like. Something out of nothing there for the Vulcans. Great run from Vakau Takakala. And that puts the Vulcans up again, 2 tries to 1.
Couple of strong carries here to get a quick play of the ball, and just simply just took them on. Left foot, nice good support from your back row as you want for your back row, pushing up and supporting after you're running some shape in. An easy try in the end because of the support, but in this weather, gals, you know, if you're going sideways, a simple left foot there can put yourself over the try line if you support. So Vulcans, like you said earlier, that right-hand side of the Bay of Plenty will be tested, and they'll continue to be tested after they've scored a couple of tries down there now.
Fantastic change of angle from the big man. As you can see, not much sunshine poking through those clouds. Plenty of rain though, great day for the Frogs. Matty White. So dangerous in so many positions. Looks like he's started in the front row for this one. Not too sure if he might have made a little change out to the left edge back row spot. So Fine Vakautakakala adds the extras. Flag goes up. 10 points to 4. 18 minutes gone in this one. One more look at that try. Yeah, lovely little, I like his change of speed there, because it was a fairly slow play, the ball, wasn't it?
Well, they created momentum earlier, and on the back of that, he saw an opportunity, obviously got laid back at A and just took him straight on, saw him coming up sideways. Important when your defence, especially in this rain, is to come up nice and square and get your body in front of there, but sideways action, comes off his left foot and straight over through the support. I'm thinking that may have been inside.
Looks like a bit of a golden gamble there from Tempest.
Touch he couldn't see. He's halfway up the field. I think the important message around that, girls, is that if you're catching the ball, you want to be standing back on the line so you can catch that and have your foot over the line. So just some learnings and some lessons here. Look at this kickoff. Nice kickoff too. Long.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Even if he was to catch it, it's still a penalty, isn't it?
Yes.
Write that down, kids. Take some notes. Oof. Falling into that one then. Pūtoko. Hohepa. Taitoko. A late change in this one into the starting team. So Ashford calling for it now. Options inside, outside. Decides to hold it.
Looks dangerous every time he's carrying that ball.
So 5 out here, just left of the post. Left is the way they keep it going. Spinning in the tackle. Mauranga. Brown. Ashford again. We've seen this before. Different result last time.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's the same. What a try. Fantastic shift there from Bay of Plenty. And what looked like a copy-paste from a few moments earlier ends up with a copy-paste on the scoreboard. Another 4 points.
Yeah, nice shape here out wide. Nice wide pass. Cuts across 3 men again. Blake Ashford having his hands and putting his hand and fingerprint on all of the tries. But some work to do on the outside there, and scores a great try there. Junior. Puts himself in those spaces, and like you said, bit of copy and paste. Still has to be executed, though.
They're looking great on that right edge. They scored no points last week, Bay of Plenty. 20 minutes gone in this one. They've already got 2 tries. You'd have to say, there's plenty of work there for Pūtoko to do. You'd think that you know, the Vulcans dealt with that quite well. Everybody seemed to be numbered up.
Yeah, it was just the flick of the pass and back in his ability to get that ball out. Every time, I've spoken about it earlier, every time Blake Ashford carries
flight
that
373 to Jamaica flying past.
Don't crash. Whenever Blake Ashford's carrying that ball, you can see the defence of the Vulcans' right-hand side. William Pilu sneaks out of the line because he feels a little bit threatened, and every time Blake carries that ball, he's got a nice little show on him, good support, great numbers around him, pokes his nose through, brings him out of this defensive shape, and obviously gets his hand back on the ball again and plays to the right-hand side. So going to keep an eye on Blake Ashford.
So Hohepa, 0 from 2 today. Score remains 8 points to 10. 21 minutes gone. Plenty of Swannies out there. Got the swan dries, got the hunting, fishing. It's one of those days. Great work there from Pūtoko.
Good support from the winger just to stay alive and stay aware of that offload as well.
Do you think they could open the curtains up on the club room? Get some of these people out of the rain. So here we go. That's an awkward catch, but well taken. At an uncomfortable distance there. Bay of Plenty will look to get back to the middle of the field now. So Tupou, fairly quiet to start this game off. Plays it back to Brown. Hohepa, he's got Ashford. Picked up and driven back. Big numbers around their ball player there as he appeals for a penalty. To no avail. But the right edge is where they persist. So on tackle 4 now. Bay of Plenty, they'll be looking just to get down, play the ball, get to their kick. So crucial, the set after scoring a try, of course. That's exactly what they do. Hohepa, it's a nice little kick. Not for the first time he's been able to find some space there down that right edge. Sits up in goal for Nansen as he scampers back.
Great defence.
A little shift in momentum in this one, Blairy.
Yeah, and it's on the back of some of the kicking games. Like you said, he's got that a couple of times now behind them. Hohepa with his good kick. He's got a nice long kick, but some good accuracy in as well. But your kick's only as good as your chase, and Bay of Plenty, they're coming down here. Oh, a little break here from the Vulcans, but they're going to keep them inside their half, and this is what they want to be able to do. Put some pressure on the Vulcans.
Yeah, nice run there from Leo Seve. Giving the Vulcans a little bit of distance between the ball and their try line. Smith takes it in now. Big shot there. Smith will play it on the 40. 5th tackle.
There with T. Brown with the big contact.
Yeah, lovely shot there. As it's kicked down now. A little bit of an arm wrestle building slowly. Tupou deep off the ruck. See, no one's having any luck down that right edge. That left edge of the Vulcans on that scrum line. Big defence here from Matty White. Body in front each time. So it's Dylan Clark off the bench into the action now. The number 16 for Bay of Plenty. He's shaped up to have a second carry on this one, but they'll go the other way. Hohepa. Oh, it's a floater.
Play on.
Touchy's happy. If the touchy's happy, we're happy. Carry on. So Hohepa this time, scampering around, looking for the try scorer. So as a little grubber, it's gone into touch. On the 5th tackle, the Vulcans will get it back. Disappointing end to the set there.
Yeah, disappointing end. He might want to have his time over again, old Hohepa, and get a little bit deeper like he's been doing in previous kicks, and just put it up in the corner. I think, although they finished, when they finish inside where they are, they've got to have to defend here really well, but they'll be disappointed at how they finish. And again, you can see so tight the Bay of Plenty defensive team. Contact big, they got the subs on, so they're coming on and bringing some energy now.
The impact, the bomb squad. So Harmer Campbell, he's on in the 14 jersey now. Was it the 9 jersey? He's on the 9 jersey. And there's Malachi Filippo too. So the 2 Mount Albert boys combining here. Just try to play it too early, so it's going to be a scrum down to Bay of Plenty.
He comes
Dylan
on,
Clark
brings the energy.
Brings the energy. Big lift there from Dylan Clark.
But it does get a little bit ugly through the ruck here. Just the 16 from Bay of Plenty. It gives him a little bit of a shove. Loses his foot. Spills his lollies.
Yeah, could have gone either way, that one. However, this time it's Bay of Plenty. The scrum down in the middle of the field. So they've got it split 3 on 3. Vulcans taking 4 down that left edge. There's a bit of space here if they want to come back the other way. But no, that's the way they go. Timairi. Christian Litonga. Clark with runners back on his inside. It's Rewati Brown, so they've emptied out the whole bench here. Big impact for Bay of Plenty. Most of these guys starting last week, so interesting tactics here from the coach. So on tackle 4, Mauranga. Kicks early.
Mark is not square.
So he's got the markers there. I thought it was just about charged down and picked up from Will Piliu, but referees called it back.
I do think they can sneak down this left-hand side. William Piliu, he comes out of his system, comes out of the shape here. There could be an opportunity here if they play short to their big back rower there.
Well, I'm glad they
Yep.
didn't. Sorry, mate.
You're right. Here they come here now.
Strong run there from Matautia. Could they send it back right? They've had so much joy out there already. It's not
Snuck
Timari.
over.
Is it Timari? No. It's James Levi, the number 4. Spotted an opportunity. He's converted it into gold. So 12 points to 10 now.
I definitely thought there was opportunities to come down the short side here. Like I said, William Pilu comes out of his shape a lot defensively. It was a got down strong carry from the back rower, Mataltia, and then nice little sneak over. One of those coach killing moments, when either a hooker or a centre gets in there and they normally just typically run, and you'd be ready for that. But unfortunately, a try. Bay of Plenty put himself back in the picture. In front.
It's a coach killer for one coach. The other one, he will have a big smile on his face.
I just want to ask a question. What about the scrums? You know, there was a 3-on-4 on one side, and obviously there's less on the other side, but they played to the 3 side. Oh, the 4 defenders, 3-on-4.
Yeah, I noticed that.
What do you do in those situations?
Well, sometimes, you know, you see teams want to defend the space rather than the man. I think it comes down to personnel as well. You know, if you've got a real speedster out there, sometimes you might need a little bit of help because, you know, if you can pull that halfback from the scrum to cover your inside, sometimes you could send the other number the other way.
You just see the 4 defenders versus 3 attackers, and you go down the 4 defending side. When you have plenty of space on the other side. Just must be some learnings, eh?
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a late flip there from the scrum, but look at that. Spots an opportunity. Wonderful stuff there. Great execution, and great execution on the kick as Vincent Mauranga taking over for Hohepa. Adds the extras. 14 points to 10. Bay of Plenty leading the Vulcans. Not many people would have picked this. So Bay of Plenty now with 10 minutes remaining in this first half. They'll be looking to carry the momentum that they've created. On tackle 2, Clark. So great wrestle there from the Vulcans, just slowing the ruck down enough, but the meters still coming hard and fast. Mataltia up over halfway. This is a great set for Bay of Plenty. Oh wow, short ball there.
Take him on, big fella.
Fullback. So Clark's here at dummy half, but he'll leave it for Little. They send it right. Hohepa. Here they go. Putoko. He stopped there on the last tackle. So unable to convert there on that break from Christian Letonga.
I do like middle forwards tipping the ball onto each other. Obviously, there's a threat at the back, hence why he chose the right option there. Bay of Plenty very much testing the Vulcans out every time they carry the ball. Those boys, like you said, the bomb squads come off the bench, and they've brought the impact on the back of the starting team. So great work from Bay of Plenty. Just need to be strong here defensively before halftime.
Well, some great chemistry between this bench, of course. Mohi Little, Letonga, Shortland, Brown. You know, these guys all playing for the Forestland Falcons together. So it's usually Mohi Little playing 6 for them. Today he's in the 14 jersey, bring that impact off the bench. It's working a treat as at the moment as the Vulcans kick that one into touch. Bay of Plenty and no rush to pack the scrum.
Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I think if you're playing a little bit of tactics against these Vulcans players, is that you must we're not going to be able to compete the whole time with them. So anytime you get a bit of a kick out, just to slow it down and play to your speed and play to your level. Try and take them out of their systems here. And I think Bay of Plenty are doing it really well, carrying the ball strong, defending well together as a group, fighting The benches come on, brought the impact. Outside backs are taking carries, like this one here.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a little bit of frustration sitting in for the Vulcans. This wouldn't have been the way they saw today playing out. So Letonga takes one in. Little. Clark looking for options. He's got Mauranga. Threatening to offload there. Decides to keep hold. So on tackle 4, the try scorer, Levi at dummy half. Sends it right to Brown. Rewiri Brown. Hohepa's on the right. He's calling for it. Could it be a nice little up and under here? That's where he goes. Plenty of pressure on this edge of the Vulcans already this game. And the pressure just keeps on building.
Hoepa, he's been kicking well all day here for the Bay of Plenty boys. A nice kick up, nice and high. Couple of times now, he's dropped the ball. But look at this. He's trying to see where the line is. But it's a nice kick and nice chase from the Bay of Plenty. Every time he gets the ball in his hand, I like how he's kicking those balls both long and up high. Puts them under pressure, and they get a chance here now to attack the line. Just got to get this ball back here.
Yeah, Connor Hohepa just terrorizing that edge of the Vulcans so far. That's a smart little kick. Oh, total redemption there, Jarvis. Jarvis Leosevic collects it back for the Vulcans. 20 out from their line now on tackle 2. A big play there because Bay of Plenty with another set on the Vulcans line look to be posting more points as we go into half time, but not to be. Filippo. Smith. So Harmer Campbell, a dummy half. Goes short side this time. Been a little bit quiet down this edge of the Vulcans. Little kick back inside. It's cleaned up from Tumairi. 5 minutes left in this first half, Blurry. What's the plan for Bay of Plenty?
Oh, they got to get down in that position again. Unfortunately, earlier before on that kick, William Pilu saw an opportunity. I didn't even know if that was a drop kick. Looked like a grubber to me, but they got away with it. They get the ball back. So for them, get through this next set, get down there, put another bomb up and test them out. Nice little flick pass there. Where's the winger? Ooh. He looks for it again. Maybe Moshbe wasn't going to say do that. You know, going back to what I was just saying, I said Moshbe an opportunity for them to get down and put some pressure on them again, but now they've put some pressure on themselves. They've just got to hold out the Vulcans here. They're doing really well defensively. They're getting numbers in and forcing the Vulcans to play football that they may not have been wanting to play today, and they all could have been a forward pass as well.
Yeah, a little appeal there to the referee. Bay of Plenty unlucky down that edge. Yeah, just one little flick pass too many. It's Harmer Campbell now, looking to get the Vulcans back into this one. Smith.
He's come on and brought some energy with his carries too. Here he goes again.
He's a smart operator. This time he's running through tackles. Built like a jockey, running like a horse. Up to the 20 now, down the left edge. It's grubbed through, and now it's cleaned up. Junior Tyre, can he stay in field? Yes, he can.
I think the Vulcans just need to be a little bit more patient when they get down these opportunities. They're kicking balls down short sides with not too much space around there, and I think the Vulcans are playing a style of football that they may have not played last weekend, so they are missing a couple of their leaders through the middle of the pack, and you know, Paddy Vaivai and Pat Sipley, those two boys are big carriers in their team and the big leaders and played a lot of football. So I think they're just getting away from what they work on, what they do really well, and putting some kicks in where they should be just carrying the ball. They're getting to the end of their set. They need to put them in the right place, field position, and try and score some points here. But hey, give credit to Bay of Plenty. They're turning up here with a great attitude defensively. Running hard. Here you go again. Massive another kick from Hoepa.
Oh no, so for the second time, kick's gone out on the full. Might have been millimetre stuff there. Didn't look like much in it from where we're sitting.
The idea was there, just the execution was off.
Yeah, with 3 minutes left, not the place you want to be handing the ball over to the Vulcans. So Smith is calling for it in the 13. He's going to take one in. Nice little combination he's got with Malachi Filippo already in this one. Filippo's there again this time. Played plenty of football already this year. I feel like he's in every second game I watch. Malachi Filippo, of course, fantastic product coming through the Warriors system. Harmer Campbell up under the post now. Nansen is at dummy half. So nobody's at fullback sweeping around for the Vulcans. Short ball. Fantastic defense there.
Great defense.
Putoko has been good in attack. This time getting it done defensively.
They'll go back to
Tuli.
that short side.
They've had some joy down the left edge. White can't get through, not this time. And on the 5th tackle, Bay of Plenty survive.
Great defense by the Bay of Plenty boys. They've put their body on the line near their try line. They've come down that right-hand side of theirs most of this game. Scored 2 tries down there as well, and the Bay of Plenty boys have just been turning up big carries now to get out. There's only a couple of minutes left to go in this half, and Bay of Plenty boys are just going to have to roll their sleeves up here. Back 5 get stuck in here.
Yeah, just over 90 seconds left here, just under 90 seconds left here in this one. I'm sure they'll be looking to waste as much clock as they can. They're still very close to their try line. They won't want to be handing the ball over anytime soon to the Vulcans. On tackle 4. There's a minute left. Of course, the match manager's timekeeping might be a little bit different to what we have on the screen. So that'll do it for the first half. Bay of Plenty leading. A few high fives there. So Bay of Plenty leading the Vulcans 14 points to 10. The underdogs getting it done. We'll be back shortly with the second half for our halftime highlights. Sorry. Well, welcome back to Rotorua. It's a Bay of Plenty leading the Vulcans 14 points to 10. Tell you what, great day for the underdogs. Bad day to forget your umbrella. So Vulcans getting off the board. What's this first 5 minutes, Blairi?
Yeah, great first start for the Vulcans. Obviously worked on, and we spoke about it during the game, worked on that right-hand side of the Bay of Plenty in some great shape off the back of some great play the balls. And then we spoke about Blake Ashford and his ball-playing ability, but the options to be able to choose the right one and execute on the corner for Bay of Plenty to keep themselves back in the game. Look at here, Blake Ashford ball-playing through the middle of the park, linking up with his halves, and then a great try in the corner for the Bay of Plenty boys. Celebrations, they're in it. Vulcans again. Nice little left foot. They built some momentum up, but good support here by Matthew White. In the rain too. Look at this weather. It's terrible down there. But defensively, Bay of Plenty come up sideways and execute it really well. Saw an opportunity, uses his feet. Left foot sharp as. Good support from Matthew White to score a try. But doesn't stop there. Blake Ashford again gets his hands on it, links up with his half. Nice little shape here for the winger just to stay ready. Good little offload, puts himself in the position and scores a nice try. Again, Blake Ashford linking up. Centre had some work to do. Good opportunity for the winger just to stay ready and stay alive, and a great try in the corner there for the Bay of Plenty boys. They put them right up there in front here, and we have a little sneaky look here. I said in the game when I was calling it that there'd be opportunity to come down the left-hand side, but the coach killers sneaking out from dummy half and scores a nice try. Bay of Plenty take the lead. How good underdogs.
Yeah, plenty to like. Blake Ashford, of course, didn't play last week. He's back this week. And between Hohepa, Mauranga, Ashford, it's almost like having 3 ball players out there, isn't it?
Well, that's where the game's moving to, girls, is that, you know, you've got a good ball-playing lock with a lot of knowledge, has played so many NRL games. Obviously missed his leadership and experience last week. Now in the game, you can see the big difference of the team and the connection and the confidence. So great from Bay of Plenty. The underdogs going after the Vulcans.
So half-time, 14-10. We'll be back for the second half shortly. Welcome back for the second half here. Do not adjust your television screens, people. Bay of Plenty, that's right. They are leading the Vulcans 14 points to 10. Don't think many people would have picked that scoreline. Let's see what they can come up with in the second half. Blairy, do they, from what you saw in the first half, you think they got what it takes here to finish this one off?
You can't write off the Vulcans team off the back of their performance last week. Yes, I did mention they're losing a couple of their senior leaders that have played a lot of football. They got some smart players all over the park. I think that for them it's just getting through their sets and playing the smart option. Whether they get to the end of the set and kick long, or they run some nice lines and support each other. But they have plenty. Same thing for them. Attitude is going to be the key in this next half. Finish in the right field, place of the field. Score some more tries than the Vulcans and turn up defensively.
So back underway now for Kautakakala with almost like an up and under off the tee there. The Vulcans, big tackle. All three. Filippo in there also driving them back. The real statement of intent for this second half. Bay of Plenty on tackle 2. Bowling forward with Clark. Been strong off the bench, finding his front this time. Plays it back to Little. Here they go down the short side. Mauranga. Dropping runners back under. On tackle 4. Very slow play the ball there. Vulcans with a set D line getting up on Mauranga. You can really see a difference in kicks there on the last. We talked about the rain, of course, but the angle of the rain. You know, obviously that wind, a huge factor going into the second half.
Big decent here from the Bay of Plenty boys. Kicked early, putting pressure back on the Vulcans. They haven't all got behind the ball yet. I think they'll continue to do that in this second half. There is not too much wind. There may be a little bit sideways movement, but the Vulcans are just going to have to roll their sleeves up here and run hard.
Well, we saw Hohepa in the first half. He made the most of that wind kicking in behind. Kicked in behind the Vulcans winger a couple of times now. So this time the shoe is on the other foot. For Kautakakala puts it high. It's caught by Timari. On tackle 1. Hohepa. The bench for Bay of Plenty starting off the second half now. Obviously no Blake Ashford out there. As they punch one in on tackle 3. Back 5, getting busy for Bay of Plenty.
Definitely think that's the go in the second half for the Bay of Plenty boys. Get the outside backs around the middle of the park using their feet, making those bigger boys make some tackles. And then when the time's right, a little bit of a shift like this, kick to the corner.
Oh, wow. Hohepa shapes the kick, but he keeps hold. Oh, it's juggled.
Yeah, I think, like I just said, girls, I think that's the key for the Bay of Plenty in the second half, is just to send them their back 5 in behind the ruck of the Auckland Vulcans and make them make tackles. I'd like to have this set again, Hohepa, and kick it. Also, unlucky there, unfortunate. Didn't hit the hands. Knock on. You see the Vulcans, I don't know, they're not that spread out. They're nice and tight together. You think just a little bit of a tip on, pass a little bit wide, or put some pressure on this Bay of Plenty's side. They are defending quite tight as well.
Well, they absolutely dominated the middle of the field last week. Big win, of course, 36-6 over Akaranga. And as we mentioned before the game, no Pat Sipley, no Pat Vaivai. Little break down the right-hand side there for the Vulcans. It's still going down that right edge as they play it now. 10 metres out. It's a little sneaky one down the short side from Piliu. Caught the centre winger with their eyes gazing elsewhere. And on tackle 5, they'll play it a metre out. Nansen Harmer Campbell.
Running
Carl
it here.
Takakala. Wide pass. Plenty of room there for a bit of one-on-one magic.
Oh.
Great D there from Bay of Plenty. Ball stays alive though. Matty White, he's got his second of the day. The Vulcans refusing to take the ball to ground, keep it alive. And that's 4 points under the post. Matty White.
Wasn't much going on in that set, Gals. They get stuck on the short side, but they spread it here. Great footwork here from Kunlin, and then for the winger to stay in, chucks the ball back in. Everyone watched the ball in the air, and Matty White was just in the right place at the right time, and all the Bay of Plenty boys just clocked off on that. But he's calling forward pass. I think it's play on, get yourself in a position to make a tackle.
That's it. Matty White. White place, white time. Levels the scores, 14 all. That's a very, very flat setup on the ball.
Gee, I tell you what, I'm not a goal kicker, but wowee, that ball's going to hit the post. That's a crossbar challenge right there.
That's a crossbar. Looks like he's trying to put one past the keeper here.
I don't know how he gets the leverage, but if he does, oh, how good.
That's why we don't kick goals, Blurry.
I've seen some kicking styles in my day, in my long time. But look at this here. Quinlan, nice work from the winger to stay in, but just everyone to stay alive. Even Matthew White here. All the Bay of Plenty teammates just stood there and watched the ball, and nice try there and great support there from Matthew White to score his second try for the day.
So Vulcans back in front, Bay of Plenty. They managed to hold the lead in the second half for all of 5 minutes. Can they get it back now? As they kick into a building breeze. That's beautiful work there on the kick. Kicking into the wind, very, very awkward for the Vulcans winger, Piliu. Douglas out into touch. And Bay of Plenty now with their first golden opportunity of the second half.
Coach Tussa will be disappointed in that after points. Now they're on the back foot here defensively, and see what the Bay of Plenty big middles can do close to the line here. They look dangerous every time they carry here. Hoipa will get him around the field.
So this is Brown. Dylan Clark, he's set up on the right there. Oh, another little one from dummy half. That's the second cheeky try of today. This time is Mohi Little. It's not pretty, but it's 4 points. Bay of Plenty back in front.
All started from the kickoff, gals. You know, Auckland Vulcans should have caught that ball, but look at this. The coach killers. Great work from the player of the ball too, just to walk through after. You may not to stand in the way and obstruct anyone, and you see the Auckland team players around the middle there complaining. But you've got to be aware of these things in this level as well, as there's a lot of that kind of stuff that goes on, and a lot of those easy tries that are scored. And the easy way to try and defend those things is to talk and communicate around the middle of the park, and you know, name drop that person so he thinks twice about running there. But they'll be disappointed, the Vulcans, off the back of their points that they've scored. A kickoff goes into touch, they try hard, but you want to catch those balls on the full. But again, credit to the Bay of Plenty boys, they're keeping themselves in this game. The bench boys have come on and made a difference. Blake Ashford early in the first half. There'll be times now that they get him back on and start playing a bit of footy. They may put a jacket on him. You can see him in the background there. He's got the jacket on, maybe got the hand warmers as well.
So Mo'oranga, he's 2 from 2. Bay of Plenty extend their lead. And there's our try scorer, Mohi Little. I tell you what, he's not little for a number 9, is he? He's a big bopper. It was straight through Andrew Nansen and Noah Harmer Campbell. 2 smaller bodies, but
Oh my gosh.
Vulcans almost trying to repeat the same trick there. Bay of Plenty with with a one-hand save, keep it in field, and now they work their way back towards the post. With Tim Mairi. He's tackled by White, plays a little bit gingerly. Clark.
He's been enormous coming off the bench as carries. He's got a little bit of a ball playing ability as well. His drop-off plays through the middle of the park, but every time he's carried, he's been a threat. Bay of Plenty. He'll be looking for the sideline real soon, I reckon. He's done a huge job for the Bay of Plenty medals. Everyone that's come off their bench, they've challenged the Vulcans every time they've carried the ball.
Another guy there who's been strong with the ball, Metaltia, in the number 11. So big kick there, testing out Nansen. It's an easy catch in the end. He's wrestled to his back. Vakal Takakala goes left. Leo Sevi. Driven back, Bay of Plenty. Fantastic wrestle in their defense here. Actually saw some photos of them on their, they had a camp for their squad near the end of last month. Whoa, wow, here we go. Noah Harmer-Campbell up the middle. He's got Nansen on his left. Is he going to use him? No, he's not. He goes himself. Defensive cover is coming, but you're not going to catch him. Noah Harmer-Campbell out of nothing. Goes a distance. Vulcans draw level.
Yeah, girls, he's been a difference when he's come on the field and played this back into the first half. That's what he's good at. His running game, knows when to go, knows when not to. But then backs himself here to get around the fullback and score a try. There's not too many nines with the pace of Noah. But he goes after it and scores a nice try through the middle of the park and puts them back at 20 all. Don't think they've been the better team either, to be honest. But when the opportunities have arose, they've taken those moments and they've executed them. And Noah Harmer-Campbell, he's been the key through the middle of the park.
Yeah, it seems to be what's keeping the Vulcans in the game at the moment. Of course, Vakal Takakala, that little break in the first half, it was the support of Matt White. They got points on the board that time. Andrew Nansen coming through in support. Harmer-Campbell throwing the dummy, going himself. Great stuff from the number 9. What an impact he's had off the bench here today. So kick sails through. Vulcans back in front.
Great work there.
You got to wonder if Rewati Brown was called offside at marker.
Great awareness from the 9 to sneak through the middle of the park and most really heard a call and ducked in there. There he is. Look at him.
22 points to nil. Super Noah. Tell you what, he can build us an arc if it starts raining again like it did in the first half. So here come the Vulcans now. Back in front, playing with their tails up. Nansen. Kind of a late flop coming through there from Jordan Tyre. Referee calls play on.
Momentum swing here, I think, gals. Vulcans saw an opportunity to spread a little bit, just a little bit of a change of angle run, and then caught out on the short side early. There they go, they're under pressure now. The Bay of Plenty boys just got to keep turning up. Vulcans are getting excited.
So big set defensively now, big task ahead for the Bay of Plenty boys. Daniel Holmes is back on the field in the 10 jersey. A little bit slow at marker there. Harmer-Campbell. You cannot take your eyes off this guy for a second.
Got to work, Marcus.
So the markers for Bay of Plenty just seem to be a little off the pace at the moment. So they won't take the 2.
their
I'll be
right
looking
hand
to-
side, their left hand side there of Bay of Plenty only got 4 defenders there now. 5 of the 17.
Looks like that's the way they're going to send it. Hummer Campbell out the back. It's a long
Got
pass.
numbers.
Piliu plays short to Smith. So he backs into the tackle. Manages to stay on his feet though. Hummer Campbell. They go left. Show and go. A metre out now. Here come the Vulcans. Pakal Takakala, he's calling for it. He'll get it. Back on the inside, Matty White. Cool as you like. 3 tries for the hat-trick hero. 26 points to 20.
Great try from Matthew White here. He's put himself in the picture, but mate, nice link up, nice connection there. I think players there talking about a shepherd or someone in the way, but you just got to keep turning up. Sometimes you're not going to get those calls, but you put yourself in the position. And great carry here by Matthew White. He's been dominant with his carries and his support play today. Scored 2 tries, hat-trick, how good. Bay of Plenty, just got to keep working hard here. They want the score to blow out now. I think they've been great for most of this game. But the Vulcans are now finding a little bit of extra leg, and they've got a little bit of energy and momentum starting to swing around, and they're starting to play a little bit of football.
Yeah, 3 tries for the back rower. They don't call it the white line for nothing.
Yeah, they're ball.
I know, look, in my unqualified opinion, it looks like it's pushing a little to the right there. I have been wrong before.
Oh, it was the camera angle.
Oh! Not going to say I told you so, but I did tell you something. I told you something, didn't I? Matty White having a little laugh there. Boom, big left foot. What an asset he is for this Vulcans team, both defensively and in attack.
Ray Gageford now back on the field. Put the weapon on,
Here we go.
the secret weapon.
So 1 converted try in it. Bay of Plenty. They had some joy down the right, the left last time. This time they go the other way. Oh,
Play on. There's nothing in that.
play along.
Nothing
Well,
in that.
It's come off the beard. Play on.
What?
Oh, wow. See you later.
That's a play on. The Vulcans player got straight back up like nothing even hurt him. But this is going to hurt the Bay of Plenty boys. Look at this. Off the back fence, carry strong.
Just a little chin check.
Oh.
Little Adam Blair special, that one.
Yeah, there's nothing in that. Maybe more in the finishing off part on the ground, but he'll be disappointed there. Bay of Plenty down a man. Vulcans starting to build some momentum, some energy off their carries here. Vulcans just going to keep the Bay of Plenty boys just going to turn up here. Matthew White, what a carrier of the ball.
So they've got the win behind them. They've got the lead. Now they've got the numbers advantage. 13 v 12. As they punch one in, Harmer Campbell going after Dylan Clark there, a little bit slow at marker. Bay of Plenty making a conscious effort to slow the ruck down now. Kyle Takakala goes left. Matty White, left again. Thrown back inside by Leo Seve. Matty White for Kyle Takakala. Defenders coming across. And it's another left foot that's going to do them wrong. Nansen
Oh,
gets it down. Referee seen it at first glimpse. So a huge momentum shift now. Vulcans score again, putting them 2 tries ahead.
and this is where, I guess, the numbers game here. They see an opportunity down here. Lois Sevet, he's done that a couple of times. Matthew White's done it a few times too. They've all supported. They've hung around. He's not going to. He could have slid over the line there if he wanted to. Very unlucky here too. I thought the Bay of Plenty boys may have held him up, but you got to give credit to the Auckland Vulcans boys. They've turned up the tempo. They've turned up the energy. The momentum swung all towards them. You can see the excitement in in the way that they're playing football here. Putting pressure now on the Bay of Plenty guys with a man down. They're going to find some space outside there, but an opportunity here for Vulcans to go a couple more points in front and to keep turning up the heat on the Bay of Plenty.
So 2 converted tries, the difference. Vulcans now leading 32 points to 20. Bay of Plenty, they're going to have a couple more minutes with a man in the bin. Andrew Nansen, the try scorer. Featured for Point Chev this year. Played plenty of footy at fullback position. Another product of the Warriors development teams.
Sneaky little kickoff here, maybe. Try and find the sideline. Got to mix it up a little bit when you're playing against this Vulcans team. Big kickoff.
Big kick.
Offload.
Filippo. Nansen ducking under. The try scorer wrapped up by Ashford eventually. So Harmer Campbell. They work it right now.
I'm staying right.
Sully. This time it's Tooley. Now Sully again, second carry on the set, staying busy. Down the right edge now. Dealing with the numbers advantage all right there, Bay of Plenty. No line breaks this set. But the job's not done yet. They kick back to the corner. The winger's gone missing. Fantastic catch there.
Could have been
Penu Figota, he was
in front of the kicker,
just
maybe.
in front of the kicker. It was a right idea. Is he looking at
Bit of a banana kick here from William. And then he
Yeah.
got the 13 that was in front anyway. He's inside the 10.
smart play, looking to catch the winger out of position. He caught his own winger out of position.
Great idea.
Get behind the ball, son. So Bay of Plenty now try to work their way out of their half. What's the game plan, Blairy, when you're a man down? You try to waste the clock, slow the game down, or you just keep doing what you're doing?
I think they've got to just keep lifting the energy back. They can't fall into just going one-out carries and not spreading the ball. They've got to, although it's tough on them, a man down, they still got to try and shift the Vulcans team around and make them make decisions or bring them out. See, Blake Ashford here with the ball, carrying in 2 hands. I think that's what they've got to do until their man comes back on and hopefully be able to compete. There you go. Bit of that would help as well.
So Ashford on halfway, fighting in the play the ball, getting a penalty, which Bay of Plenty will use to take them 30 odd metres out now from the Vulcans line. Mataldia. Levi. Been a turnover there. Some high fives from the Vulcans. I'll be relieved with that.
I was going to say Levi's carried the ball strong today for the Bay of Plenty. Scored a try as well. This is a good strong carry until, you could have nearly even given that a penalty, but ref's caught. It's a loose carry, knock on, and just takes off all the pressure.
Yeah, you could argue there for a little bit of assistance in that ball coming out. But it's still a loose carry regardless. So Piliu will feed the scrum. Some movement down the short side of the Vulcans, but they send it back towards the post. Matty White, an absolute force for the Vulcans today.
Been big with his carry, strong with his left foot, supported all day, 3 tries. he's been good.
Yeah, Matty White played a feature for the New South Wales Cup side this year for the Warriors. Smith. Up towards halfway now. .64 minutes gone in this one. 32 points to 20 the difference. Vakal Takakala finding a centre and then backing up, looking for the offload. It wasn't to be on the 5th tackle. Harmer Campbell looks left, that's the way he goes. Matty White, oh, he was looking for his winger. Jarvis Leo Sevi, just half a step off the mark there. Nansen tries to put a little cute kick through before he gets cleaned up.
Yeah, I think if Matthew White had his time again, he'd find the wing a little bit earlier and draw and pass. I know it's easy said than done, and you get in those opportunities and you might want to dummy and hopefully the winger goes out, but he held squeeze, stayed nice and tight on him, made it contact. The offload was there, gives Bay of Plenty here an opportunity to get down there and still got a man on the bench, or in the bin, sorry.
So some questions asked of the markers there, Matty White, with all the answers. Ashford back on the inside. Seems to be going away and coming back to the middle a lot, so plenty of work here for these Vulcans middles. So Hohepa puts one down the right edge. Nansen, he's back there by himself. He just wants to get to the middle of the park. Driven back now, the Bay of Plenty Lakers. .65 minutes gone. Leo Sevi. Hohepa in the tackle.
They haven't stopped trying, the Bay of Plenty team this afternoon. Worked really hard as a team, but this kid keeps pushing the boundaries around the middle of the park, but defensively been a man down nearly 10 minutes and still giving themselves a chance here.
So little chip and chase is cleaned up.
No one back there.
It's allowed to bounce. Everyone's given up on the plate. For Bay of Plenty, what's happened there? Looks like he's run into his own man before dropping the ball.
I think he got a cramp.
There's a sniper on the roof.
Check this replay out. He's a nice little dink over the top and got the bounce, the winger, passes it back inside. No one, everyone's given up, and then here, cramp. Oh, gone.
Well, it's hilariously unfortunate there. I hope that it is cramp. He's gripping at the back of the knee. Hopefully nothing too serious there.
Full complement of players back on the field now as well for Bay of Plenty. They're still in this game.
So Troy Brown was the man sent to the bin. He's back now. Bleary, I waited as long as I could, mate. 67th mark. What's going on with the Kiwis? Have we picked a squad for next month?
Oh, I'll tell you what. Obviously, we all know about Dylan Brown and what happened to him. I don't think it's confirmed that it's ACL. I think he's got a slight tear in there, so it's rehab for him. So unfortunately, won't be able to play. There's some players playing in this finals footy, which will be a big part of that Kiwi squad, and you just hope for them that they get through the finals footy safe and healthy, so that they can put themselves in the position to be able to play international football. So, yep, slowly getting a squad together. All clubs have all the names of potential candidates, and then come to the back of the finals GF time. We'll know most probably the Wednesday if they're all in.
Well, throw another candidate in there. Connor Hohepa. Could he shape up for the Kiwis instead of Dylan Brown? That's a nice little play down the right edge. Stopped now by the Vulcans. Hohepa again, looking for runners. Plenty of space out here. Defenders getting back late for the Vulcans. Can they square up and get one in on the corner? You betcha.
What a try.
Just like that. Troy Brown returned to the field, 13 on 13, and on the first set, Bay of Plenty go the distance from one try line to the other. Try in the corner.
I'll tell you what, gals, although Hohepa may have kicked some balls out on a full, his kicking game and his passing ability has been first class today in this game. He puts himself in this picture here, little chip over the top. He could have stuck back to the short side. Now he had a little goosey in his hands, but great skill here from all the Bay of Plenty boys to get the ball across here, square up the defender here, and then to put it down in the corner. Nice, awesome try from the winger there, Walters, and scores a try to keep them in this game, and there's still plenty of time to go.
Plenty of time. 10 minutes, of course, eternity in rugby league. And just when you think the Vulcans are pulling away from it, another plot twist here in this one.
This is a big kick from the sideline too.
Huge kick from Mauranga. He's 2 from 2 today. Or is he 3 from 3? I've lost count. It's been an absolute try fest here.
I think there's 10 tries, isn't it? Something like that. Quick math. 10 tries. Oh, there you go. 11 tries.
11 tries all up.
It's been enormous. Doesn't hit them too bad, I think. Mauranga.
Oh. So a little to the left there. 8 points the difference. 10 minutes remaining.
Track's a bit wet. It's getting a bit heavy. The boys are stretching out the calves and hammies now. Getting late in the game now.
Late in the game. Crap o'clock.
Both teams have been turning up defensively and attack. A lot of tries scored, 11 in total.
So for the Vulcans now with an 8-point lead, what are you looking to do, Blairy?
I think when we heard Coach Tussa talk about the
Oh,
Vulcans,
wow.
you're not that. Oh, that. Okay, I'm just going to say that.
That.
They put himself back in a position here to attack the Bay of Plenty line. But just going back to that question, girls, it's just get through your sets now and put them deep in the corner and make them come out of the corner. If you don't score here, either get a repeat set or just try and get tackled in the corner and make them have to come out.
Well, they could score just yet. Vikal Takakala, they go left. Plenty of space now. It's a lovely little draw and pass. Jarvis Leosevi.
Or do that.
Easy as that. Making it look like Bay of Plenty's still got a man in the bin.
It was the kickoff for me. The ball goes up in the air. It wasn't the biggest kickoff, but they got the bounce of the ball, let the ball bounce, and here's just a nice shift. Great hands here. Quinlan, ball to the winger who finishes off like all wingers should do, is to score on the back of great shape through the middle of the park.
Yeah, it's been a great battle down that left edge of the Vulcans.
I'd like to see how he puts this ball down again this time. I'm fascinated with how he puts the ball the way he does on that angle. And it still gets the height. What do you reckon this time, gals?
I think he's got to go. I think he's got to go high. There's a bit of a bend in the post. Can you see the very top of the post? It's like a V shape.
Bit more space. Go
Bit
higher.
more room up there.
Yeah. We can see that.
So let's see if he plays to the environment.
Oh,
Oh, he decides to go low. Should have gone high. He would have gone through.
the ball kicked forward. The rotation of the ball went forward, not backwards. And I think that's what happens when the ball's flat like that. But this is us trying to talk about the ball and the placement of the ball and kicking. We've never, oh, well, I've never. Hey, I've got actually, you know, we're 72 minutes into the game. I've got a question for you guys. Remember a long time ago, Brisbane, Wigan, over in the UK, World Club Challenge. He charged down the ball on a penalty. What were you thinking in that moment?
Well, unfortunately, Blair, that's all I'll ever be remembered for. Never mind the titles I won. World Club Challenge, never mind that. We'll just remember the charge down against Corey Parker. Mate, the thinking on that was that game went to Golden Point.
Yep.
And it was a bit of a silly penalty. There was a bit of controversy given a penalty right in front of the post. So, you know, I couldn't go down like that. I thought if I'm going to lose, I'll throw the kitchen sink at it. You know, hopefully he misses the next one.
you were differently celebrated on the way off, that's for sure, for all the Wigan fans over there for yourself. But what a moment. I cracked up when I saw that, and then obviously got to play alongside you at the Warriors, and those are the memories. It's funny.
Good times, mate. Speaking of, oh wow, Harmer Campbell, you cannot take your eyes off this guy. Noah Harmer Campbell, don't blink, finds the offload. For Kyle Takakala, there's an appeal from Collins Kamuhimu about the hair pull. He'll know all about that one. Kick over to the wing. Oh, it's bobbled. Cleaned up eventually. So Bay of Plenty dodge a bullet there, but with time ticking away, it's a mountain to climb.
Yeah, well, we were winding back the clock.
Shades of Wade Egan there, just pinning the ears back.
Isn't he?
Same haircut too, is that what it is? Speaking of haircuts, little taken off the back there. Oh, low stabbing kick. Smart play there, but it's cleaned up well. So there's James Hickey. Smith. Playing without his headgear this game. He picked up a nasty cut during the season. Looked like Harry Potter on his forehead. So the Vulcans now looking to put Bay of Plenty to the sword. Here they go, down that left edge. Jarvis Leosevi.
I think his foot, yeah, I was going to say.
Are you sure? Given the little side eyes.
Great shape here, great ball. Quinlan, little one-on-one here, gets him on the outside.
Great work
here.
to sucking the wing up. Oh, robbed. Side eyes to the touch judge, I don't blame him.
I'd love to see the touches just slide in and just get real low on there and just check the lines, as they're coming down there. It's a tough call. But what a great little finish there also, although it wasn't a try. Wingers and the things that they do these days, they practice all those
I'll be sitting in the forensic team looking for footprints if I was Leo Sevet. However, we play on Ashford. Strong carry.
He's been good, Ash.
He's been strong, and you know what, for a bloke that played centre winger for most of his career, I wouldn't think he'd have the ticker to take it to the middles like he has.
Yeah.
Fair play to him.
He's doing better than us, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, 100%, mate. It does have to be mentioned there's an invitational team taking on Bay of Plenty on the 12th of October down in Rotorua. So I know Aisha said he'll be lining up for Bay of Plenty for that one. But plenty of ex-Kiwis, former Warriors, a couple of OGs showing up for that one. So keep your eyes on October 12th down in Rotorua.
Wonder if Bay of Plenty needs some players. I'll play on the wing.
So, ball kept alive now. The Vulcans with 3 minutes on the clock. Looking for something else. Looking to put an exclamation mark on everything they've done today. Smith. Right they go. It's a low pass. Back inside. Bit of razzle-dazzle here from the Vulcans. And James Hickey finishes off a lovely passage of play. Bay of Plenty ready to put the cue in the rack now. It was a valiant fight from them so far this game, but the Vulcans too good in the end.
I'll tell you what, I think the centre wasn't in position here, but then he gets himself in a position just from keeping up with the play of the ball and puts himself in the position to score a try. And yeah, Bay of Plenty, We have worked hard. See the Harold Metz coach of the Warriors in the background, telling them just to chill out and relax. He's not the coach of the Auckland Vulcans. The big fella. A great finish to the game for the Auckland Vulcans. Tried really hard. They were tough through the middle of the park, and then they've just got some momentum and some confidence. After the sin binning, I thought of after Bay of Plenty play, and then they've come into their own here with, I guess, a little bit more of skill and execution, but also playing a little bit of footy as well, and have come away with 40 points and could be 42 here.
So, been a tough day for the kickers. But he's kicking over 50% so far. So it makes it 5 from 8. That's great for the percentage. A minute remaining in this one. Keep in mind, we were called a minute early in the first half, so we'll see what the match manager has on their stopwatch. James Hickey there, the number 3, finishing off that try. 42 points to 24. They have plenty of improvement from last week.
Wasn't all the Vulcans too this game. I thought Bay of Plenty turned up here. Nice little short kickoff, try and finish off the game strong here. Bay of Plenty pushing it back though, unfortunately.
So seconds winding down now. If you're loving your rugby league on a Saturday, keep it locked. Wellington Orcas taking on Counties Manukau Stingrays later today at 2 o'clock in the women's comp. So the Hooters gone. Smith, oh, knocked on there.
Don't even think the 2 was even going for the ball there. You just want to line them up.
So that's all she wrote. Bay of Plenty unable to defend a half-time lead. Going down 24 points to 42. The Vulcans too good in the end. So we just look back over some of these highlights from the second half, which seem to be all the way of the Vulcans.
Can't keep up with how many tries there were, girls, but there's some great shape here from the Vulcans. Being able to execute this pass. Quinlan, good feed here and finished off here by some support through the middle of the park here. Matthew White was good all afternoon, 3 tries. Carried the ball strong, big defensively, and then on the back of some strong carries here. And there's a sneaky little try, and we spoke about this through the game. They have Plenty, kept himself close and snuck over the try line there, and then we spoke about how good this kid was through the middle of the park. Noah, he backs himself here to take on the fullback. Every time there's a player the ball, he identified that and took on the Bay of Plenty through the middle of the park, especially when they were man down. Same shape here. Drop off, Matthew White, left foot strong. He was good, looked good with his carries. There he goes, just shrugging it off like it was nothing. Again, gets his hands on the ball, Quinlan. Nice little shape here. The winger always had this shape in him, Matthew White. Links up, back to the middle of the park, the support, fullback. And a nice try through the middle of the park here. And this is a nice little play here. But he was good with his kicking game, had a couple of poor kicks and went out on the full, but always kept turning up. Little chip and chase. Support here, and I like this shift. They executed this really well. He looks up, finds his middle. Nice little skill here through the hands. Still had a bit of work to do to be able to square up this, and the winger in the corner finishes it off. What a great try from the Bay of Plenty, but Auckland, the Vulcans never gave up. Again, Quinlan, square up, and a nice finish in the corner. Great try there from the Vulcans. And there we go, we're still going. They've scored that many tries, we can't stop here. Here he goes, the centre, he's just jogging on the spot here. Gets the ball in his hand and finish the game off for the Vulcans, and that's the win for them.
Well, after a bit of a slow start, it was Quinlan Tapo and Jarvis Leo Seve, the dynamic duo, the left edge for the Vulcans, really stealing the show. So little bus trip back. Little bus trip back for the Vulcans. There you go, Rasmussen there, just picking his bogeys before we get to our captains with our interviews. We'll cross down as soon as they're ready. So let's chat to our Bay of Plenty captain.
Well, better performance this week than last week.
Yeah, there's a lot of improvement, but yeah, we still come away with a loss. So, like I said last week, if we keep building, by the end of the campaign, we should be running quite well and good for our first year, hopefully.
You had a lot of motivation for this game after last week. You guys did really well, like especially first half on down the right edge, and the kick chase was excellent.
Yeah, it was the little things we worked on Wednesday, just improving that because we know it let us down against counties. And I thought in most of those areas we improved, just little lapses in concentration and then falling away at the back end really hurt us.
And big game up against Otago next week. What are you expecting there?
Yeah, I think there's no easy games. We're in the, like I said last week, we're in the top comp, so it's never an easy game. So yeah, the same old cliche I used last week. We're back to the drawing board and we go again next week.
Do you find it more physical up this level?
Yeah, yep, it is. It's probably not so much the physicality, but the wrestle and the time in the ruck that we're actually getting dominated in a few areas, especially last week. This week we're a lot better, but yeah, it's something we need to improve on, that's for sure.
Well, hope it goes well next week then.
Yeah, thanks mate, appreciate it.
So plenty to like there for Bay of Plenty. As I said, you know, they are in the top comp this year. They had a tough go last week, but definitely something to build on. As I mentioned. So I'll be ready for round 3 coming up next week. A few warm downs there.
A little bit old school, isn't it? Just back out on the field, go through those range of motions, especially those old fellas, Blake.
Well, that's it there coming up next week. Bay of Plenty taking on Otago Whalers, a surprise package from last year, of course, single-handedly relegating Canterbury for the first time in a long time back towards a championship division. So the Vulcans getting ready to jump on the bus, but before they do, we'll have a chat to their captain.
Well, Fino, was that a much tougher game than you were expecting?
Yeah, it was much tougher because we made it tough on ourselves, but yeah, we're glad we came with the ugly win and just, yeah, enjoy the ride home after this.
You got off to a sluggish start, man, and was that a bit of complacency, you think?
Yeah, I think the boys were still hanging on to last week's win, and I think that's something we need to go into next week, is being able to flush out the previous week and just look onto the game on the week, so yeah.
And what was said at half time, mate, because yeah, it was such a sort of slow first half for you guys. I mean, you'd get near the try line and score, but you know, they every time they'd respond.
We just had to go back to basics, play boring footy, and I think that's what gave us a good second half, and yeah, we came up on top, so yeah.
And then game up against Waikato next week, you know, another tough game at this level.
Yeah, hopefully we get our boys from injuries back next week, and yeah, hoping I can move back to my forwards instead of playing in the backs.
Awesome, mate. Well, all the best then.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'll tell you what, Blurry, the way he smiled after he said long bus ride back makes me think there'll be a beer or two drank on that bus.
A couple of detours.
So we have a look at results so far. So to start this round off, it's Bay of Plenty 24. Go down to the Vulcans. Changes the table only slightly. The Vulcans jumping ahead now of Counties Manukau with their play, have their game later on. And of course, Vulcans taking on Waikato next week. Bay of Plenty taking on Otago. Two big games for both these sides. And later on this afternoon, Wellington Orcas taking on Counties Manukau Stingrays. And the Women's Premiership kicking off just after 2 o'clock. So we will see you very shortly for that one.